Right now, your brain is making a decision before you even realize you're making one. The scary part? It isn't because you're weak. It's because your life is quietly controlled by invisible rules that nobody ever taught you, but almost everyone follows. And once you see them, you'll never look at your decisions the same way again. Imagine a child who grows up believing that success means getting perfect grades. No one ever sits them down and says, your worth depends on your achievements. But every compliment comes after an A. Every celebration follows a trophy. Every smile arrives after they perform. Years later, that child becomes an adult who can't relax without feeling guilty. They think it's their personality. It isn't. It's an invisible rule. Most of us believe we're living by choice. But psychology tells a different story. Your brain loves shortcuts. Instead of questioning everything, it builds rules. If everyone believes it, it must be true. If I've always done it this way, I should keep doing it. If people approve of me, I'm safe. These rules save mental energy, but they also become invisible prisons. Here's the first silent rule. Do what everyone else is doing. Think about the last time everyone applauded a trend online. Maybe a career path, maybe a lifestyle, maybe an opinion. Did you genuinely agree with it? Or did it simply feel safer not to disagree? This is called social proof. When we're uncertain, we look at everyone else instead of looking within ourselves. It's why restaurants with long lines attract even longer lines. It's why videos with millions of views get even more views. And it's why entire societies can normalize ideas that nobody would have accepted alone. But here's what's fascinating. The crowd isn't always right. The crowd is simply comforting. Now here's another invisible rule that's probably shaping your life. Protect what you already have. Imagine someone offers you two choices. You can either receive $100 or avoid losing $100. Logically, they're equal. Emotionally, they're worlds apart. Most people fear losing far more than they enjoy winning. Psychologists call this loss aversion. It's why people stay in jobs they hate, stay in relationships that no longer work, hold on to dreams that stopped making them happy years ago. Not because those choices are good, but because change feels like a loss, and your brain hates loss. Now let's go even deeper. Have you ever noticed how the first number you hear changes everything afterward? If someone tells you a jacket used to cost $500, but is now only $150, it feels like a bargain, even if it was never worth $500. That first number quietly becomes your reference point. This is called anchoring. Your brain clings to the first piece of information it receives. And it doesn't just happen while shopping. It happens in relationships, in salaries, in confidence. If someone repeatedly told you that you weren't smart enough growing up, that became your anchor. Years later, you might still be measuring yourself against a sentence that was never true. Now, here's the most dangerous rule of all. Repeat something often enough, and it begins to feel true. Not because it is, because it's familiar. If you hear that you're bad with money, eventually you stop learning about money. If you hear you're shy, you stop introducing yourself to new people. If you hear successful people are just lucky, you stop trying. Your identity slowly becomes a collection of repeated stories, not facts, stories. And here's the twist nobody talks about. The loudest voice shaping those stories isn't your parents, or your teachers, or society. It's you. Every day you narrate your own life. I'm always late. I never finish anything. I'm just not creative. Each sentence feels harmless, until you realize your brain is constantly collecting evidence to prove you right. Your mind isn't searching for truth. It's searching for consistency. It wants today's version of you to match yesterday's version of you, even if yesterday was built on lies. So how do you escape invisible rules? Not by fighting every thought, not by becoming fearless, but by asking one simple question whenever you make an important decision. Who gave me this rule? Did you choose it, or did you inherit it? Did experience teach you, or did repetition convince you? That single question can dismantle beliefs you've carried for decades. The people who transform their lives aren't necessarily smarter. They simply become better at noticing invisible scripts before acting on them. Because once you can see the rules, you can rewrite them. And maybe that's what freedom really is. Not doing whatever you want, but finally realizing that many of the things you wanted were never truly yours to begin with. So before you make your next big decision, pause for just 1 second and ask yourself, is this my choice? Or am I simply following another silent rule?